Hare Krishna everyone, welcome back once again to our ever ongoing series on the glories of our beloved Sri Vrindavan Dham. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nivishesha Shunyavadi Pastata Dishatarine. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. So once again, we are continuing with our mini-series on stimulation for ecstatic love, and this will be part 111. Today we will continue to discuss the fourth quality of Krishna that distinguishes him from Lord Narayan, namely Rupa Madhuri, his extraordinary beauty. And like last week's lecture, we'll focus specifically on Krishna's special facial features. And as an introduction, Gokulapati, a renowned poet and scholar from the Vallabha Sampradaya, wrote that, this is really interesting, Krishna has 12 distinct features that differentiate his transcendental body from normal human bodies. 12 different features that differentiate his transcendental body from normal human bodies. And they are as follows. His transcendental body releases fragrant perspiration. Number 2, his transcendental body does not need any rest. Number 3, there is no need for cutting his nails because his nails don't grow. Number 4, his tears distress the three worlds. I like that one. His tears distress the three worlds. Number 5, he can uplift mountains effortlessly. Number 6, his voice never trembles or shivers. Number 7, he can play while he's sleeping. He can play while he's sleeping. Number 8, his yawn knows no sign of lethargy or laziness. Number 9, he does not get afflicted by any disease. And if disease shows in his body, it's just part of his pastime. Number 10, all the 9 types of rasas can flow in his body at the same time. Number 11, he's never influenced by lust. Number 12, whatever he touches with his hands converts into gold, meaning it becomes very precious. Hare Krishna. Now, regarding Krishna's special facial features, we can begin today here by discussing his ears. In his Stavavali, the part called Shri Gopal Raj Stotram, verse number 8, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami writes, the powerful Gopal Raj, Krishna, who extends the soothing moonlight of his makara earrings from his ears, that are like Cupid's ropes, eager to bind up the 2 adolescent chakora birds of bashful Radhika's restless eyes, is beautifully shining on a throne on Govardhan Hill. Just imagine Krishna sitting on a throne on Govardhan Hill. And Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he describes Krishna's ears in the 2 following verses from Govinda Lilamrita. He writes, the small holes in Krishna's ears that became slightly elongated by carrying his earrings are like nets that catch the eyes of all the ladies of the world. A trap that the hunter Cupid spread out to catch the gopis' doe-like minds, or ropes that bind the wagtail birds of Sri Radhika's eyes. May Madhava's ears, that are always eager to hear Gandharvika's, Radha's, proud jokes and criticisms, and the nectarian elixir of her crooked words, that are beautifully reddish inside, his ears, and that are equal in height, be manifest always in my heart. So beautiful. Now I was reading that both of Krishna's earlobes were pierced by his father, Nanda Maharaj, when he was a baby in Gokula. And that ear-piercing ritual is called Karna Vedhana Samskara in Sanskrit. And for Krishna, it took place on the bright 8th morning of the month of Posha in Gokula, specifically on the banks of the Jamuna River. And it began with Mother Yasoda, along with other ladies in Braja, whispering sacred mantras in Krishna's ears for his protection, and then placing diamond and gold earrings in his earlobes, Krishna's earlobes. And after the earrings were put into Krishna's ears, some brahmanas came and applied a soothing ointment made from kusha grass and cotton on his earlobes, because they'd just been pierced. Then, this is really nice, Maharaj Nanda showed Krishna a silver mirror, his reflection in a silver mirror, and Krishna, upon looking at himself, decorated so beautifully with such, diamond and gold earrings, what did he do? It's so sweet. He kissed his reflection in the mirror. Krishna kissed his reflection, which it's described made all the Brajabasis laugh very blissfully. Wow. And afterwards, Maharaj Nanda distributed sweets to all the residents of Braj for the whole rest of the day. And one Acharya concludes, one who hears the pastime of Krishna's ears being pierced will never be pierced by the dagger of Maya. And the poet, Govinda Swami, he concludes, Krishna's face is the kingdom of all beauty, where Cupid serves and love accompanies, and all the loving moods serve the beauty of his face. His ears are the fans fanning the beauty of the goddess of that beautiful face. Govinda Swami concludes, may this beauty always be glorious. It's poetry, you have to listen carefully to relish. The scholar Vyasa Das kindly writes about the jewelry that Krishna wears in his ears when he grows a little bit older. I found this. He writes, his beautiful shark-shaped earrings are known as Matsya Kundalam, which catch the fish-like restless hearts of the gopis. His beautiful crocodile-shaped earrings are known as Makara Kundalam, which capture Cupid's mind, who is floating above on his flower airplane. His earrings with faces of elephants are known as Indu Kundalam, which churn the minds and hearts of the demigods and the demigoddesses. His peacock-shaped earrings are known as Mayura Kundalam, which spin the hearts of sages and yogis. Wow, spin the hearts of sages and yogis. His round-shaped earrings are known as Karna Phula, which endlessly entertain the forests of Braj. Wow, which endlessly entertain the forest of Braj. Vyasadas concludes, worship the ears of Krishna, who blissfully enjoys the ankle bell sounds of the Queen of Vrindavan, Sri Radha. Thank you to that poet. Now, at this point, let's discuss the tilak markings on Krishna's face. We did this in great detail a few years ago, but in time we found more details. It's described that the tilak markings on Krishna's high forehead, he has a high forehead, are sometimes yellow and sometimes red, the markings. And from the time Krishna was a little baby, Mother Yasoda, I was reading, would mark his forehead with the symbol of Lord Vishnu. She would use auspicious yellow gorochana, uttering Om Keshavaya Namaha as she applied it. And we're all familiar with the pastime of how Krishna overturned a heavily loaded cart with a kick when he was a baby. So Shastra says that his mother was convinced that he had been unharmed because of this yellow Gorochana tilak, yellow-colored tilak. She was convinced. Because this Gorochana comes from a cow. So also, although we know there's different types of tilak, because Nanda Maharaj's family, due to social custom, they worship forms of Lord Vishnu, like Varaha and Shringa, and they had Shalagram Shilas. They wore Vaishnav tilak, just as we do. And it's interesting that with that in mind, Srila Prabhupada instructed us to paint Vaishnav tilak on all our deities of Krishna. That's the proper way. Now Shastra describes that along with tilak, Krishna's forehead also sports a dot of sandalwood paste. And this spot of sandalwood paste is in between the two vertical lines of his tilak, specifically just above his eyebrows, like there. And this dot, it's described, serves as a mystical charm that hypnotizes the gopis who become attracted to gazing at Krishna's beautiful face. And it's also written to keep him cool during the summer. Krishna's cowherd friends also apply sandalwood paste to the two outer portions of his brow, like up here, which makes his forehead resemble a mystical gemstone. That's how it's described. It makes his forehead resemble a mystical gemstone. And in Vidakamadava, part 2, verse 42b, Sri Rupa Goswami writes that Vishaka once warned Sri Radha of 3 things that have inconceivable power to attract people to Krishna. 3 things that have inconceivable power to attract people to Krishna. One is his flower garland. Second is his name, Krishna. And the third is this mysterious sandalwood paste on his forehead. Wow. I'll meditate on those 3 things. I also read that both the gopis and the gopas, the cowherd girls and the cowherd boys, are fond of drawing designs between Krishna's eyebrows and his curly locks. Curly locks and his eyebrows. They like to draw designs there when they're decorating Krishna. But this is interesting. The boys draw calves or birds, while the gopis prefer Cupid's marks, like dolphins or vines. Cupid's marks, dolphins or vines. So that boys and the girls, boys are boys and girls, on that transcendental platform, they draw different designs. Another mark on Krishna's forehead, because we're discussing facial features here, though rarely seen, appears to some like nectar and others like poison. Well, wait a minute. Another mark on Krishna's forehead, although rarely seen, appears to some like nectar and to others like poison. What could that be? The acharyas say that it's the smudge of red lacquer from the sole of a fortunate cowherd girl's foot. If that smudge is from the sole of Srimati Radharani's foot, then her girlfriends feel that it's as if nectar is pouring into their eyes, for it proclaims Sri Krishna's complete submission to his one true beloved, Sri Radha. But if that smudge is from the feet of some other girl than Radha, then her friends see it as poison, for it reminds them of the lonely, long night vigils Radharani sometimes spends waiting for her unfaithful lover. And Srila Rupa Goswami writes about this, actually, in his Padyavali, verse 218. Sri Radha says, Krishna, why do you insist on lying to me? Go back to the girl who decorated your body with those beauty marks. Don't contaminate me or my reputation by your presence. Hare Krishna. So let us conclude today, it was a short one today because I have other duties, with a short but very beautiful verse by one of our great heroes, Bilval Mangal Thakur, in his immortal Krishna Karnamrita, verse number 80. All glories to Sri Krishna, benefactor of the 3 worlds, whose forehead is marked with musk tilak, and whose love and joy increase with the love sports of Braja's milkmaids. Hare Krishna, Bilval Mangal Thakur ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Prabhus. We'll be back next Friday, as always, with more things to discuss about stimulation for ecstatic love, all by Prabhupada's grace. Shri Shri Gaura Nitai ki, Shri Shri Krishna Balaram ki, Shri Shri Radhashama Sundar ki, Vrindavaneshwari Srimati Radharani ki, Krishna's special facial features ki, Mayapur Dham ki, Gaura Nitai ki, Shri Krishna Sankirtan Yagya Ki, Nitai Go Vimanandi Jai Jai Sisi Radhe Shyam. Glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you, Rival.